Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my workout routine. I've been asked by some of my subscribers to show them my workout routine. My workout routine hasn't changed. I mean, I haven't changed it in years. I do the same workout routine I did when I used to bodybuild years ago. And what it consists of, working out your whole body in 4 days. So how it works for me is, let's say day 1, I work out chest and tris. Day 2, I work out back and bis. And then day 3, I work out shoulders. And day 4, I work out legs. That works out perfect for me. It gives each body part a whole week to rest and recuperate. And as we get older, we need that. When we were younger, it was a little different story. But as we get older, we want to be able to recoup and rebuild what we torn up in the gym. Now that I'm in my 60s, and those of you also that haven't worked out before or haven't worked out in a long time, when you get back into working out, you have to take it easy, obviously. Honestly, what I would suggest doing, if you don't feel very confident in working out, or you're worried about some health conditions, go to your doctor first, make sure everything is okay, make sure the old pump is working good, and you're generally fairly healthy. After that, work out, but take it easy the first couple of weeks. Those first few weeks, or a couple of weeks, you're gonna get very sore, especially if you haven't worked out before. You're gonna get extremely sore. Work through that, and do a lot of stretching, and I'll show you some stuff to do as I show you my workout routine. And generally take it easy. Go through the movements. You need to push some weight, obviously, but don't go crazy. Okay? Don't go crazy with the weights in those first couple of weeks. After that, your soreness will start going away, and you'll start getting some strength. You'll notice that what you started off with is starting to become easier. When you see that happening, that's when you start adding a little bit more weight, just to make it tough again. And that's the whole, science behind the resistance. You need resistance training to stimulate muscle growth. And the more muscle you have, generally the healthier you're going to be. I'm also going to talk about diet as we get into the workout routines. But honestly, the diets are very simple. Eat as naturally as possible. Fruits and vegetables out of your garden, eat them as close to as grown as possible. Don't overcook your vegetables, because that destroys a lot of your nutrients. Your meats, I would stick with your clean meats, your beef, lamb, chicken, turkey, stuff like that. That's basically it, guys. And obviously, as you're working out, you need more protein. You can supplement with the whey protein. I use whey protein all the time. Things like that. You can make your smoothies. Get fruits and vegetables. Put them in a blender, or fruits basically. Put them in a blender. Add a little water, some whey protein in there, and blend it up. And enjoy a nice high protein smoothie with all your phytonutrients from your fruits. Basically, that's it, guys. Don't go crazy with fad diets and things like that. Just eat the way God intended us to eat, the real food. Stay away from processed food, obviously, and you're gonna be amazed to watch your health go back in balance and get healthy again. If you're on any medications, you'll start going off the medications. Of course, you're gonna work with your doctor with that, and eventually you're gonna not need any of these medications, which to me personally, most of them are just a scam, anyways. Because if we ate right and did some exercise, we wouldn't need to be on medication for the most part. Also, I can't stress enough the importance of vitamin C and collagen. They work together. Collagen it's obviously good for your skin and everything, keeps the elasticity and all that, makes you look younger. You just see I look 20. but it does, it helps all your soft tissue basically. And even more importantly, your tendons and ligaments is what collagen works on, and your arteries. So vitamin C and collagen work together. Collagen needs vitamin C, so the body can utilize the collagen to reconstruct whatever damage is there. Your arteries, very important for your arteries. I know my dad's side of the family, they all died with strokes, high blood pressure and strokes. You know, high blood pressure could be controlled with magnesium in your diet. Make sure you get your diet straight, avoid processed foods, and magnesium really calms things down. But the collagen strengthens your arteries. So when we were younger, you see guys squatting, 400, 500, 600 pounds. Their blood pressure at that moment while they're, giving it all they got, and their veins are popping out of their head and stuff, their blood pressure could be 400 over 200, for crying out loud. They don't have strokes. Because when we were younger, those arteries are more elastic and they're strong. When we get older, not so much. Okay, but to reduce that risk of having strokes and all that, you need collagen and vitamin C. I'm going to put a link in the description of the video to the type of vitamin C I use. The two types, one is acerola cherry powder. It's a freeze-dried powder. And the more potent version of that is an extract I use. I'm going to put that in the video description. I just mix a teaspoon of that, put it in some water, your favorite juice or smoothie, whatever, and chug with collagen, with a nice scoop of collagen. I'm going to put what I use as collagen in the description under the video also. Make sure you get the vitamin C and the collagen together in a smoothie or drink you like. Chug that down. I do that probably 3 times a day. I do that. And that vitamin C and collagen will start working on rebuilding all your arteries, your tendons and ligaments, so they don't hurt and be painful. Keeps your arteries from exploding, okay, when they shouldn't do that. I had a little testimony here. I had a huge varicose vein on my inner thigh here. It was bulging and it would ache all the time, would hurt. This is up until a year ago. It would really hurt bad, very sore. I learned about vitamin C, started taking collagen. Lo and behold, that vein is basically gone now, and I have no more the pain. There's no pain at all whatsoever. So I'm a firm believer in vitamin C and collagen. All right, guys. So let me start. Today is day 1 for me. Not day 1 it's day 1 for my exercise routine. We're going to be working out chest today, chest and triceps, the back of your arms. Generally, I do 3 to 4 sets per muscle that I'm exercising. So for flat chest, I do 3 to 4 sets on that. You want to stay between 8 to 10 reps, right in that range. If you feel you can do a little more, do a little more. But next time, just add a little bit more weight. You want to stay in that 8 to 10 repetition range. My rule of thumb is if you can't push 6 reps, the weight is probably a little bit too heavy for you. And the reason why that's my rule of thumb, I avoided injuries. Okay, you see guys doing, their maximum, like a weightlifter, do their maximum lift for 1 or 2 reps, and you're going to hurt yourself. Especially if you're not trained for that. So rule of thumb, 6 to 10 reps, and if you can't push 6 reps in your first couple of sets, then it's probably too heavy. Okay, so let me show you a couple of different exercises, and also I would suggest if you don't have a home gym like I do, these are the exercises you can go to your local gym. They'll have all the equipment there, and I'm going to show you some things that you can start off with working out at a gym. All right, so let's get started. So the first exercise we're going to do is for the chest, obviously, because today is chest day. This will simulate a flat chest, just like you would on a bench, but you're sitting down when you're doing it. And every gym has got a machine like this where you can do chest presses, okay? Start off with a weight that's not your max, obviously, but about half of your max or even a little less, especially if you're just starting off. You want to feel resistance, put it that way. And you want to warm up. So we're going to do 10 reps. You do 10 reps. That warms your muscles up. That gets the blood flowing in your muscles, and you're less prone to getting injuries that way. Because if you're cold and you start pushing hard and heavy, you're going to get hurt. That's just the way it is. So you don't want that. Do a couple of warm-up sets. Make sure you get that blood flowing in your chest. Once you get the chest nice and warmed up and you feel really good, start adding on the weight. And we want to do 3 to 4 sets like I just did, but with heavier weight on there. It's going to take you, a little while to figure out what your maximum is, but you don't want to do your maximum, of course. You want to do just a little bit under that. You want to be able to get 8 to 10 reps. Your last couple of reps you should be struggling pretty good, basically. So when you get to your 8th, 9th, and 10th rep, you should be really, pushing it. But again, if you're just starting off, just take it easy, Go through the motions, put some weight on there until your muscles start getting used to that. And especially once you get over your soreness period. So this is one way to do chest. And like I said, every gym has got a machine like this. Let me show you another way. All right, this next exercise, I don't really recommend it that much, especially for us older folks, because you're going to usually need a spotter. But you can do warm-ups on this, and if you feel confident enough to do a bar bench like this, then go for it. The only problem with these is, like I said, you need a spotter usually, because if you're struggling, you can't get that weight back up to where it's at right now. It's going to be sitting on your chest. So just get under it like this. Bring it up, and just bring it to your chest and back up. And again, if you got weights on this thing and you're struggling and you can't get this thing back up to here, the weight's going to end up on your chest. So that's why I don't really recommend it, especially for us older folks, because you don't want that weight on your chest. My preferred choice is dumbbells. Now, I've never been able to bench press bars like this that much, because I have always had a problem with my shoulder. It would snap, crackle, pop a lot, and it would hurt. So the only way for me that I found comfortable is with dumbbells. So I'm going to show you how my routine is with dumbbells. So guys, when I train, I always wear a weightlifting belt. And the reason for that is less chance of you getting a hernia. Back in, when I used to work out, when I used to bodybuild, I was doing leg press on the leg press machine, and I came down a little too far up against my gut, my legs did, and it pushed up against my butt and ended up ripping my belly button open. Ended up having instead of an innie belly button, I had an outie. So yeah, I ended up getting a hernia there in my belly button area. So since then, I've always worn a belt, nice and tight, nice and snug up against there, and you help avoid things like that. Okay, so I'm going to be doing dumbbells. I'm going to be basically doing half of, because I just warmed up a little bit, so I'm going to be doing about half of what I normally do. And get a good warm-up in. On the bench, when you got dumbbells like this, I just fall backwards with the weights and just start pressing. And the same thing, just put them on your knees and then bring them back down. Now I'm nice and warmed up, we're going to go with the heavy weights. That's how an old man pushes himself. So what I'm doing is trying to push myself in the beginning of my sets, because that's when your muscles are the strongest. When you get to the end of your sets, you're going to start getting weaker. So I'll probably do another set like this. Then I'll take maybe 5 or 10 pounds off and then continue on. And but you're going to be stronger in the beginning of your sets, obviously, once you're warmed up. So do 3 to 4 sets like that with the weight you feel comfortable with, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. Okay, so now that we worked the flat bench basically for our chest, that works the main area of your chest. I did 3 to 4 sets. Now we want to work on the upper portion of our chest. So we're going to do incline. So you're going to set up your bench like this here. And it's roughly 30, 40 degrees. I like keeping it around 30. That's just plenty, actually. But if you start going up too high on the incline, you're going to start working your delts too much. We're going to work those out another day. So 30 degrees is sufficient. What we're going to do here is the same thing with the flat bench, but we're going to be on an incline now, going straight up in the air. And again, this works the upper portion of your chest muscle. So my chest now is already warmed up, so I don't have to do anything anything lighter to warm it up, because I got that blood flowing in my chest already. Okay, here we go. And usually when you're doing inclines, you want to go down on the weight a little bit, because usually your inclines are going to be harder than flat bench. Oh man, those are never easy. Okay, same deal there. You want to do 3 to 4 sets like that, 8 to 10 repetitions, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. So one thing I want to mention before we go to our next exercise here, if you notice I wasn't coming down all the way on my bench and incline bench press, you should strive for, when you go down as far as you can go and then come back up. The reason why I was only coming down about this far, or parallel to the floor basically, is the joints. If I go down too far, I start getting pain in my joints. So those are things you got to work around as we get old. But when I was younger, I used to be able to go a lot farther down. But that's one reason why when you see me go down, I don't go all the way down, because I try to avoid that pain. And the pain is good. It's telling you that there's something not right. Don't push it, okay? And always try to correct it. I'm trying to do a lot of stretching and exercises like that, stretching exercises. to help that out, basically. All right, guys, so the next exercise we're going to be doing here is flies. Usually the gym will have a fly machine where you can sit down like I am here, grab the bars or whatever, the handles, and then put them together like this. And you're working your entire chest, but really your inner chest a lot by doing that. With the flat bench, you're not working the inner chest so much, because by the time you get up here, there's no more resistance. But when you're out here, you're really working that chest muscle out, your outer part of your chest muscle. So that's what we are going to be doing now. So now for flies, you're going to have to lighten up quite a bit. Okay, you can't be doing what I was doing unless you're a pro bodybuilder. Yeah, grab some lighter weights, grab some really light weights, and just try it out until you feel comfortable to where it's pretty hard to where you can get 8 to 10 reps. Again, that's what we're shooting for. Okay, so and usually it's going to be about half or even less than half of what you can do normally on a chest press. Okay. So you're going to want to start off like this and gradually come down and come back up again. And again, you want to get a nice stretch. Again, I can only go so far because I start getting pain. Just go as far as you can go. Don't go too heavy. I'm going heavy now because I'm used to it and this is what I usually do, and I'm already warmed up from all the previous exercises. But if you're just starting off, take it easy, because this one's kind of dangerous. If you go too heavy, you can start, ripping stuff. You don't want to do that. Just go some fairly light weights, find out what works best for you. Go really light, try it out, see how it feels. And then move to a weight where you feel comfortable, where you can do 8 to 10 reps. With some, being a little tough doing that. And that's what you're striving for. And we're going to do 3 to 4 sets of what I just did. Next, we want to do tricep. That's the back of your arm here. We're going to do some tricep pushdowns. Any gym will have some type of cable machine. Even on a lat pull down machine, you can switch out the bar and put something like this on there. They have straight bars. I generally don't like the straight bar when I'm doing triceps because it really puts a twist on your forearm. But with this angle like in the bar here, that's where you put your hands in there. Your hands are a little bit more tilted, like they're more natural feeling. We're going to warm up. Just put enough weight to where you can feel a little resistance, but you want to warm your tricep up. And you want to keep your elbows to your side, and you want to just push down like that without doing this. Okay, you don't want to do this when you're doing that. Just keep your elbows to your side, fix them right to your side, and just push down and up, down and up. That's all we're doing. Okay. So now we're just warming up. Do a couple sets like that to warm them up really good, and then go into your heavier set. And again, we're going for 8 to 10 repetitions, and we're going to do 3 to 4 sets like that. 3 to 4 sets. So the next exercise we're going to do for the tricep, they're basically a tricep extension laying on a bench. We used to call them skull crushers, or they're basically a bench tricep extension. We're going to have a bar, bring it up above our head, and we're just going to push them out like that, okay? And again, we're shooting for 8 to 10 reps, and we're going to do 3 to 4 sets like that. Okay, you want to use the bar that with the grips like this, and grab it in near the inside of the bar. We're going to bring it up. Bring it directly up over your head, and then we're going to bend it back and up. And again, 3 to 4 sets like that. Okay, this next tricep exercise is going to involve, again, a cable. These are rope tricep pull or push downs, or pull downs, whatever you want to call them. This doesn't need a considerable amount of weight, because by the end of your routine, your workout routine, your triceps are going to be, pretty worn out. So put a decent amount of weight. Again, we're always shooting for that, 8 to 10 repetitions. And on this also, we're going to do 3 to 4 sets. Very similar to the tricep pushdowns that I did earlier with the cable. You want to keep your elbows locked to your side, and you want to, when you pull these down, you want to kind of separate them. Okay, don't keep them close together like that, but kind of separate them. That'll put more strain on your tricep. Okay. That's how you do it. Just keep your elbows locked down and kind of separate your arms apart as much as you can anyways. And back up again. Down and up again. So guys, that's basically my routine right there. Chest and tris. I do cardio. I don't do a whole lot of cardio because you want to get enough cardio in to get your heart pumping, start huffing and puffing. But you don't want to drag out your cardio routine as long as your workout routine. That's not good, because cardio doesn't build muscles. In fact, it makes your muscles shrink. Whereas quick blast of energy of lifting weights, intense lifting, builds muscle. But you do want to do some cardio. You can do it in the beginning a little bit. Get the heart going, get the blood flowing through your body. I don't know, do about 5 minutes for that or so. 5 or 10 minutes max, and then get into your workout routine. Cardio, don't get me wrong, you need cardio, but you don't want to focus on cardio too much, because cardio doesn't really give you shape, okay, as far as a shape, like muscle shape. Only muscle gives you shape, and cardio doesn't do that, but it does work your heart out and gets that blood flowing through your body, and you need that. That's why if you see marathon runners, for instance, they are like toothpicks. Okay, they have to become like toothpicks. The muscles have to shrink and everything. the less weight to carry, you know, the farther they can go. Where the opposite of that, you look at sprint runners that blast a high intensity blast of energy for, you know, a short amount of time, 50, 100 meters, whatever it is. Look at their legs. They're huge. They get huge legs because they do quick, intense bursts of energy. Whereas a marathon runner just runs for a long, long, long time. So the body has to compensate and lose muscle and reduce weight for that. So that's one way to look at it. Okay, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. I'm going to be doing another video like this for the next workout. So the next workout is going to be back and buys for me. And then I usually do 2 days on, a day off, and then 2 days on. And then I'll take the whole weekend off. And you give each muscle group 1 week rest. And trust me, your body needs that week rest. And try to get plenty of sleep and get your diet right. Eat your clean foods. Stay away from processed junk, especially processed meats. Stay away from all that bologna and lunch meats and all that stuff is garbage and it causes cancer. Stay away from your refined carbohydrates. If it comes in a box, I would not eat it, okay? Grains, I generally avoid most grains, like cereals and things like that. Most grains I avoid. Rice I eat rice, but don't go crazy with the rice. So have a portion of your meat, have a portion of meat on your plate, some vegetables, maybe a salad, and you know, that's what we should be eating. No refined carbohydrates, no junk food, no artificial anything, and as much as possible, eat organic, eat grass-fed, if possible, meat, and you know, pasture-raised type meats. They are the more nutritious and healthier for you. You know, that's basically it. Fish, I forgot to even mention fish. Fish, always try to get wild-caught fish. I love salmon, especially sockeye salmon. Always try to get that wild caught. Do not buy farm raised. That stuff is garbage. They feed those things pellets, and you know, they're not eating natural food like they would in the wild, the bugs and things, and the algae and whatever else is growing in the water and stuff. That's their natural food, and even other small fish too they eat, fish in general. But always go for your wild caught, your salmons, your bass, or you know, whatever fish it is. Stick with your fish that's got scales and fins. I would avoid, like the plague, catfish. Those are garbage. They're garbage eaters. They eat garbage, and they eat garbage. You eat them. You eat garbage. They're nothing good about those fish. As long as it has scales and fins, that is a good fish to eat. All right, guys. So I appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.